What's up, guys? Welcome back. What's up, dudes? Dudes, ladies, people. Hello. Thanks, you guys. Breaking out the old CE today, huh? How about that? What's up, guys? What is up? Hey, Dusty, good to see you. Bumble, great to see you. Hey, I appreciate the compliment. Deep. Don't know how to say your name, but welcome. What pedals do I use? Right now I've got a Nobles ODR1 turned on. That's what I got on. Hello, you guys. Welcome to it, man. Welcome to it. How do I play? How'd that go? No, so it's here. What is up? I'm doing good today. How are you guys doing? Let me turn my brightness up a little bit. There we go. Now I can see y'all. Great to see you guys. Oh, man. What is up, dude? It's another... Of course, right when I start the stream, the sun is kind of coming out. It has been raining all morning. Dark and cloudy day. Yep, I've got some slapback and delay on. The only actual... So, yeah, I've got the ODR1 on, and then I run into an HX Stomp. Into a real amp. I'm not using any of the amp sim stuff, but I've got reverb and slapback on for that. That is what you were hearing. Got the, which is great. I love that sound, man. I overuse that sound, no doubt. That. All right, you guys. Hey, cool. Thanks, you guys. This is the first PRS I ever bought. I got a bunch of different PRSs now, but this is a CE, right? Semi-hollow with the bolt-on neck. Man, I played this guitar a lot, and it was sitting up there, and I was getting ready to stream, and I was like, dude, you know what? I haven't played this guitar in a minute. It actually sounds pretty damn good. It sounds pretty damn good. I'm playing a bunch of clean stuff there, obviously. If we get a little bit more sack to it, we can... This is the type of guitar that just screams. And I've got the amp set where it's breaking up a little on its own full volume anyways. That's just the amp, no overdrive. All right. AJ, dude, what's up? So it's up to some love, like and subscribe. AJ is the man and our resident mod. Shit, and hold on. I got a text I got to respond to. Hold on, you guys. Okay, back. Sorry about that. Like and subscribe. Hey, seriously, yeah. Hey, Dusty, I appreciate that. Damn, and we lost a bunch of people because I did that. I should not have responded. Anyways, my bad, guys. No, it's still here. Sorry. Yeah, we really lost a lot of people doing that, didn't we? Well, I'll just keep playing some more. Hey, what's good? Hope all is well. What would you recommend for a solid minimalist rig for cover gigs? I'd pick a small amp of your choosing, or if you want to go super minimalist, you can go the direct in route. One of the UA pedals or something, right? You could do that, and then I'd just pick like a tuner overdrive and like a tuner overdrive, reverb, and delay, that type of, you know. You could go the route where like a small rig could be 2 overdrive pedals and an HX stomp. Then you've got delays, reverbs in there, and it's a tuner. And then you could either go direct out of that, that's the super small rig, or a small amp like a Blues Junior or a Princeton or something. All that stuff would be awesome. All that stuff would be awesome, you know. I do not know that. Hey, how do I, let's see. Oh, yeah. Favorite guitar I own, distro, or just in general? I'll still say one I own, I guess. But how do I feel about the modern amp modelers? I'll tell you what, You know, the favorite ones I seem to have played through are the ones that feel more like an amp. When I say that, I mean you don't have to mess with a ton of settings and stuff. So I like the UA pedals. They're just a pedal. There's a couple buttons. It's not, you know, the HX Stomp, dude, you have to work. I've heard people make it sound great, but you've got to work so hard to make it sound good. I just hate it. I also don't go direct, really. And even when it sounds good, dude, I was playing it not that long ago through a little monitor with some people, and we were messing with settings, and we were like, yeah, it sounds pretty good. And I was sitting there, and it's like, it's pretty good. It still sounds like shit. I mean, you know? So I think if I was going to go direct all the time, I have an HX Stomp. I don't even want to fuck with it. It's too much work. I'd rather buy a UA pedal and set it on the ground, and it's going to sound great. You know? That's kind of where I'm at with that. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's, you know, that's what this channel's all about. Just trying to be honest, hang out, play some music. We got a short stream today. I'm gonna see. I'm hoping to go get some lunch with someone here soon. Man, C sounds pretty good, dude. What's your next Lanco show this Friday? I don't even know what state I'm playing in. I might be playing in Virginia. Then we have a day off, and then I go to California. I think that's what we're doing. Yeah, a UA. Yeah, Kevin. UA pedal is just universal audio, and they make amp sim pedals. That's all that is. So, I think my favorite one's probably the Dream. I've only played through it a little bit. I'd love to check out the Enigmatic. I've got friends that run a dual rig where they use their direct in rig, and they use the Dream and the Ruby, and we'll switch between the two or have both happening at the same time, I guess. So, can I play the solo to Greatest Love Story? That I can do for you. That I can do. Solo's pretty easy. The solo is just the same thing I've been playing like the rest of the time. But I'll show you kind of the tone and whatnot that I do with it. So, good question. So, it's in the key of B flat. So, the whole rest of the time, right, I'm coming up on that. Doing a lot of those types of sounds the whole time. So, the verse part, like the intro, when I'm playing it, is. So, what am I working out of? B flat. And see this little A-shaped B up here? I'm just working out of this triad because it's a bar, so with the slide I can get it. So it's like that ring. So I'm going 5, major third 1. So it's. And then he slides from here, he goes. And that's basically it. So when I come up, it's time to solo. I'll try and play it more in time we're going. That's basically it. It's actually pretty easy. There you're just going between the major third and the 4. So now I'm rocking that volume pedal on the ground. That's what's giving it that. But I'm doing a lot of licks like that throughout the song. So at the beginning is down, 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 right? And then I'm going. And then the chorus, I'm literally just going. I end the song. He goes, he's like, baby, say yes to me. And I go flat 7 like that. Do a slow bend up to that with that slide. That's how I end it, right? Hey, dude, let's get this started. Rick, great to see you as always. Dude, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate the tips. Hey, thanks for asking about a Lanco song, man. Those I can play. Those I can play. Andy, I kind of agree with that, man. So, Sean, there's the solo. You could do it here. Let's try this. Let's try the solo without a slide. I've never tried this before, but I'd be going. That's what the notes I'm technically playing. You know, with the slide, you can add so much more nuance. I'd be going. Guitar half step down? No. I'm out of tune, but it shouldn't be a half step down. No, I'm in standard. I'm in standard. So there's the solo. Great question. Thanks. I do like all that slide stuff. I'm better at playing the pretty slide stuff like that, you know? A lot of times when Brandon's tuning, kind of talking to the crowd before it starts, I do a lot of that. Stuff like that. I try to stay away from this before the song starts so it can come in and be a little more impactful. Anyways, I also got a good amount of delay and reverb on that. So yeah, I'll show you the start of it again. Sure thing. Sean, dude, thanks for the tip. Also, man, I appreciate you guys. Here's the start of it. Like I said, so I'm thinking B flat, and I'm all the way up here in A shape. Right? You would play a B flat like down here like this. Just a whole octave up. And I'm focusing on just this bar right here, right? So it's the 12, 13, 14, 15th fret of the D, G, and B string. And that's in standard tuning, that's a great place for slide because that whole triad's right there. You know? So the beginning is just going, I slide into it. So I'm going D, B, G, strings, not notes. That's the beginning. So when I'm doing it, I'm going. So. That's the whole solo right there. also go. Could do that whole thing with one pick, I guess. Anyways, there's some standard tuning. Slide, right? Solo is actually pretty easy, you know. That's something that you could almost learn off the bat if you've never played slide before. It'd be hard, but you're right, you're just starting going. Just trying to get that to ring out, you know. Another great way to practice that is doing it instead in the key of E. So if I'm out of that A-shaped B flat chord, let's change it to the key of E. So I'd take this E, and it's in A shape, right? Same thing, I'm just in a different key. But now we can drone that low open E string, and you can kind of hear reference-wise. I'd turn off the modulating delay for that, but... keep going up to the 1 instead of... Okay, anyways, you guys. Hey, thanks. I appreciate you putting the Venmo in there too, AJ. We don't have a super long stream today, you guys. Just a little bit. I am waiting on a text back. Hold on, I'm sorry. Okay. Man, it's nice outside now. It's been so dreary. It's been so dreary. Anyway, it's kind of fun playing a little bit of that slide, man. I haven't hit some slide in a minute. Hey, what guitars are y'all playing on at home? Great to see you too, BP. What's up? You know, there was a Derek Trucks thing I was working on. Just hanging, you guys. What's up? What guitars are you guys playing on at home? Let's see. Let's see, so I'm trying to think. 5, 7. Let's see. It's good slide practice. Y'all just watching me practice at this point. We're getting so close, man. I gotta sit and practice. That's how I straight sit and practice, right? Because I could rip a normal solo over it, right? Let me answer a couple questions y'all in here. Oh. Hey, thanks, Sean. I've got a ton more of those behind the scenes on the tour stuff coming, dude. Hey, Alex. Okay, let me see if I can help with that. So let's turn off all this extra BS that's masking any extra string noise. So same thing, slide-wise, I think in standard tuning, you're focusing a lot out of that A shape. And I'm thinking these three because they're all in line. So you want to mute with your right hand. So here I'm holding the pick, but I'm, you know, it's even better if you don't hold the pick. And so here's what you want to do is you're muting everything with the right hand. So when I grab my thumb is from the D string down, resting, and then these two fingers are both resting on the two adjacent strings. I'm sorry, my pinky is these two fingers. And then I'm plucking with the middle there. So I'm going. Now, the other thing is the left hand is important for the muting too, because listen, if I do it the other way, there's a lot of extra noise. So these fingers are resting behind it. They're just resting on it. They're not pushing it all. They're just resting on it. It's an easy lick, you know, going. Slide back down to it. You know what I was trying to do is work on some of that behind the slide stuff, you know? I'm not very good at that. That I'm definitely not. I'm still working on it too, man. I'm still working on it too. Everyone always wants that, right? Okay. Was I always into country music, dude? No. You know, the first, honestly, I'd heard country music when I was younger. First time I really remember being like, oh, kind of country music is, I had a car, my first car when I was 16, and I couldn't plug an iPhone in. It was CDs. I'm 31, right? So there was iPhone stuff then, but I didn't have one of those things, so I just had CDs. And at one point, my CD player broke. So at that point, I'm listening to lots of John Mayer and Stevie Ray Vaughan and some Dave Matthews, Jack Johnson, Jimi Hendrix, B.B. King, Eric Clapton. I've got CDs burned with a bunch of that stuff on it. Well, at one point my CD player like broke, couldn't do it. So I had to listen to the radio. And I started listening to country music because as I was listening to the radio, the only thing that had guitar in it was country music, right? You know, so at that time there were songs like, right, like Keith Urban's on there playing. That's played on a banjo, but still. I should say there's other music on the pop radio that had guitar, but the only things that had guitar solos was the country music. I can't remember this. It's just something like that. On this guitar, these pickups get real hot output wise, but good question. Hey, thanks you guys. Thanks for hanging out in here too. I'll say it again. I'm playing a PRS CE today, the one with the bolt-on neck. This guitar is from 2021. Used to be the oldest PRS I own. Now the hollow body is the oldest one, and it's essentially brand new. Why do my fingers never land on the right strings? Just got to practice more and practice slow. If you feel like that keeps happening and it keeps happening, you're probably just practicing too fast, to be honest. Probably just going a little too fast. So slow it down until it's right, then speed it up. You know, I know no one wants to hear that, but that's the truth. Layla, I can do some Layla. I don't know any 3 Days Grace. Do I ever use modelers for Broadway gigs? No. I always take an amp. Some places will make you use a modeler, but there's also plenty of places that you can still use an amp, even if it's in a little box or something. That's up to you, Jonathan. If you sell it, if you want an amp once you get down here, you'll be able to buy one so easy. One of the best things about Nashville, being a musician here, is our Facebook Marketplace is gold. I mean, you can find anything on there. Everybody's selling gear. You'll meet a friend, whatever. So if you're thinking about selling it, when I gig on Broadway, a lot of times it's just like a Blues Junior sized amp. Now, sometimes I literally bring this Cerbella reverb. I have done that before. But when I was playing down there like full time, it's the Blues Junior. I did a Hot Rod Deluxe for a while because that's the only amp I had. And then I started buying more amps. But if you like the sim stuff, you can go sim all day. You can amp sim in any bar. You can play a real amp in most bars. But there's a subset that will only let you go direct in. They want no stage volume. There's a subset of bars on Broadway that have electric drums in your no stage volume, you know. Do most spots have backline amps slash modelers? Or what models? Yeah, some do. It depends. If you're playing at like the Tootsie circuit, which is honestly like the shittiest gigs down there. Now, if you're primetime Tootsie circuit, you're gonna make a lot of money. But if you're playing honky tonk third floor at the beginning of the day, that's probably an entry level gig, which is great. But they're not going to have an amp. They somewhere in the building will have like a solid state something in case as a backup. But you need an amp there. But if you play at the better bars like Old Red, you get better pay, you get free drinks, the sound is way better, the production's better. They've got a backline amp. And I think they used to have actual deluxe reverbs. Now they're Tone Master deluxe reverbs. Still sound good. I've used them before. But that's kind of where we're at. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Good luck on the move, man. Welcome to it. What's the first song you ever learned on guitar? Mine was Come As You Are. Heck yeah. You know what? The first one I tried to learn. So I actually played guitar for a little while when I was like 10 years old, and I took like 2 months worth of lessons. And I mean, he taught me, he was teaching me like, that's all I had learned of that. But the real first song, I put it away after just a couple months and never practiced. So the first real song when I came back to it at 15 was if I can play it right. I can't even remember the chorus, but I just learned that little part, right? And that part I remember my grandpa teaching me, because on the tab it just says like 2, right? You're looking at it and it's staggered and it says 2, 4, 4, 1. So originally when I was looking at the tab, I was trying to go, and then my grandpa was like, look, it's staggered, but it's just a chord and you pick through it, you know? That's... Anyways, that's a Kryptonite by 3 Doors Down. Hey, thanks, Joey. This is a PRS CE. It's the first PRS guitar I bought. And I played a lot of gigs on it. It's the bolt-on neck one, right, with 85 15s. It's a cool guitar, man. Oh, sorry to hear yours was stolen, dude. Kryptonite, awesome, yeah. Hey, what's up, Barack? Good to see you again. Yeah, man, this was the first PRS I bought. And now I own 4 PRS guitars. In fact, I only have 2 other electrics. But I've been a PRS artist maybe year and a half, a little longer than a year and a half or whatnot. So I honestly don't play this one very much anymore. And I was getting ready to live stream and I just saw it was hanging up on the wall and I was like, you know what? I haven't played this in a minute, so let's play it. So it's cool, man. The semi-hollow. It's cool. You know what I love about this guitar? It has awesome coil splits. Listen to this middle position that kind of yeah, sorry to hear you're stolen, Joey. Joey, what's the name of your band? Check. Hey, I appreciate that, man. The band is called LANCO, Landco. You can just type that in wherever. I appreciate it. Our band is called Dirty Minds. We are from Oklahoma. Heck yeah, Joey. What kind of music do you play, dude? Were you ever into DC Talk or Skillet? You know, I think, isn't Skillet the Christian-like hard rock band, or am I wrong? You know, I'd heard some songs when I was a kid. I'd heard some songs, but I couldn't even name one. So was I into it? No, I guess not. But I heard some songs, and I wasn't purposely not into it. I just, for whatever reason, didn't know very much stuff. Hey, thanks for hanging out, you guys. That's what I was saying. This coil split on this guitar, dude, I really liked it. Okay, anyways. Joey, we play alternative rock with multitude of different influences and genre spread. Right on, dude. How long you guys been a band, Joey? Until you're very absolutely right. Can you hear it from all my random blues shit I was just playing? Um, hey, Ashley. I'm playing 16 years. 16 years. Thank you very much. Thank you for the nice compliment, too. I appreciate that. 16 years where we're at. We've been a band since February. Heck yeah, Joey. How old? Just curious. Like, how old or what age bracket are you in? Are you like a young guy first band, or have you been doing this for 20 years and it's like where are you at on it? Hey, does Lanco have a lot of touring booked for the summer? Yeah, man. Fairs and festival season. Private gigs, and then we're doing a ton of radio shows. I got a ton of radio shows, man. So if you're listening to your local country station, it might be. I mean, I don't know how many we're playing. A lot though. So we've been doing that for this summer basically. And then man, I'll tell you what, you guys, we have going into next year too an awesome package with another group, and I literally can't say it yet. I'm definitely probably not allowed to say that, but it is solidified. Super stoked about it. Package deal, so it'll be like a co-headline thing. And yeah, I'm super stoked, man. Next year is going to be crazy busy. It's already been busy. I mean, it's just ramping up and up and up and up, and it just keeps going, dude. With all these radio shows, fairs and festivals, we're getting on some good festivals. Just did the ACM awards and stuff. Yeah, man, we've been freaking busy. So busy. I'm really excited about next year. Once I can announce it, I'll announce it to you guys. But I definitely probably am not allowed to do that right now. But I do know it's set in stone. So next year, we're going to kick off the year with a really cool tour. And then we'll be playing even more festivals and everything. So, okay. Yeah, so just check out, as AJ put in there, you can check out the website. And most of the shows should be on there. I don't know. I think the radio shows are on there, but I'm not sure. You might have to just check with like your local country radio stations. I'm playing since 5 years old, and I'm 30 this year. Heck yeah, Joey. If we come to Oklahoma, I'll check y'all out. Am I coming to Oklahoma, man? I bet I will at some point. Where have I played in Oklahoma before? I think I've just done festivals out there. I'm not sure. David, awesome. Yeah, hey, thanks for the question, you guys. Curtis says I look like your brother Eric. Love it, man. Love it. Hey, what do I miss most about Nashville when I'm away? Probably just my family, my pets, the girlfriend, the food. If we're not talking about things like that, the food. Heck yeah, Joey. I appreciate your instant support, man. We just met, and I appreciate that. That's a hard thing to find. So I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, I'm trying to think what festivals happen in Oklahoma? Are there any country festivals? Ain't no love in Oklahoma. Ain't no love in Oklahoma. Isn't that Luke Combs? I don't know how to play it. I don't know how to play it. But what was I going to say? There's something I was going to say. Oh, outside of missing family and whatnot, you know, the good food, I guess. It's kind of plus or minus, you know. I kind of just miss when I'm away, not literally physically Nashville, even though I do love Nashville, but it's just kind of being at home, getting to hang out, sleep in your own bed type of thing. But honestly, I'm really fortunate. I get to travel to a lot of really cool places and do a lot of cool stuff, so I enjoy it. But when it's like day 7 and you've been on the road and you're going from flights to a bus to just back and forth, it can be just like exhausting. So at that point, I'm just kind of like, man, I'm just ready to go home and hang out. That's what I think I end up missing the most. Weird question, but if a band member got an offer to audition for a big act, are they contractually obligated to turn that down? How does that work? Okay, Kevin, not a bad question. Totally understandable. And people have asked me that before. So here's the thing, and this is how you have to think about it, is Lanco, right, is a successful national act right now, right? So the business as a whole does well. It's a business bringing in money, right? And there's a lot of moving parts in that business. And it just turns into, right, any other business, right? You got your expenses, how much you're bringing in. You go out to play. You're trying to, you're just trying to keep that business up in the green and hopefully way in the green. So here's the thing. Let's say John Mayer calls me. Now, that would be a dream thing to just do, right? And you'd get paid well. So let's say, or anybody, okay, Post Malone is a country act now, right? And he's contracted a bunch of country guys. So I'm literally going to make up a number. I have no idea what these guys are getting paid. I would guess maybe even more than this, but I'm going to make up a number. So let's say Post Malone says, hey, you can come on the road with me for a year. We'll sign you at $60K for the year. Do you want to do it? I'm just making that number up. I have no idea what Post people are making. And to be honest, if I really had to guess, I would hope they're making more than that. I'd hope they're at least at 80 plus for a year contract. So here's the thing. That's really cool. You get to play some huge stuff, right? And there might be a world, like, the big thing for me is, like, if John Mayer called, it would be so hard because I love that. Now, is that going to happen? Most likely not. But we're just talking hypotheticals. That's like a dream thing just to play with him in general. So no one is no one's contracted in. You could do, I guess, whatever you want, technically. But here's the difference, man. Even if that huge act calls, you're a side player. You're an employee. They say $60K for the year. Here's the dates. You're an employee. And the thing about being in a band that John Mayer can't offer and nobody else can offer, unless it's a band, right, is you're not an employee. You're an owner of the company, right? So if the band is doing well and the company is bringing in more money, we make more money. Whereas all my friends, all my peers, everyone, people that play way bigger stuff than me are all employees. They have a set rate and that's what they make. If we have a good year, I'm making more money, right? If something pops off. So it's an investment in the company of saying, I think this will grow. I think this company will be bringing in even more money, and that's me putting more money in my pocket. So no one's contractually obligated to stay, but to be honest, no one can offer the band thing, man. Because you know what? Yeah, maybe you're playing with Post Malone and you do all this cool stuff. But if Post Malone isn't performing at the ACM Awards, right? His guitar player is not with him at the ACM Awards if he's not performing. And if he is performing, the guitar player is just backstage. You go on and play your thing, and then you leave, right? Whereas the band, everyone's the artist. So there's just so much stuff that you can't offer. Like John Mayer could not offer me walking on the red carpet like I'm doing with Lanco because the whole thing's the artist. So it's a good question, but there's just a lot of pull. You know, you guys think about, remember when Metallica brought on a new bass player, right? That bass player they brought into the band, and he's still in the band today. You guys seen that video, right? And when they offer it to him, like, that's the high-level version of them offering and say, hey, right off the bat, we want to give you, to show you we're serious about this. I just watched this video. We're going to give you $1 million right off the bat. Now, that business brings in more money than Lanco, right? But same thing. So, long-winded answer to your question. But Even if the biggest act in the world calls, it's awesome. You get to play cool stuff, but you're not the artist. You're not an owner, you know? So that's why I really like the Lanco thing, because I would have never found myself at any of these award shows or anything, or going on the red carpet, or doing interviews, or getting free, just whatever, right? There's so many cool perks. Also, with the sense that if the company is making more money, I'll make more money. Now, it's just like if you own a business. If the company tanks, your boy's tanking too, right? You know, then I will be looking for a gig. If it's just, okay, we're going to end it, it's, you know, that's how it goes. So higher risk, higher reward. Sorry I took so long on that question, but it's a good question, you know? So I hope you guys kind of get that, you know? It's the whole group's the artist. So you're an owner instead of an employee, and just no big act can offer you that. Even if immediately I'd make more money, you know? If they say, okay, we'll pay you $100,000 to go out this year, it might be more money than I make this year. Blanco has a #1 on the radio. I'm probably gonna make more money than that, right? It's just plus or minus, right? Right. If the business is bringing in $50 million a year and you own even just a little percentage of that, it's just more money. You know what I mean? So anyways, okay, back to guitar playing, hanging. I do enjoy that question though, because I've been asked that a lot, and that's the explanation of like why I wouldn't. Okay, hold on. We got some other good questions in here. Okie Muskogee Fest, weird question, but Bama, okay. You know what a vibe I'd been jamming on was? Okay, Cameron, it looks like you got a good question here. How does touring as a professional musician affect your personal relationships? Would it be hard to be married? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's very hard. And Janelle is also in the music industry, so I think she kind of knew what she was signing up for. I'm not married, but I think she had a better idea than if I was dating someone that wasn't at all in the industry. It'd be hard, and they'd have to just learn that, you know. But all the guys in Lanco, except for me, are married with kids, and we build our touring schedule around that. We're most of the time never out for just a month at a time. We go out for anywhere from 1 to 4 or so shows in a row, and then we come back. So, is it hard? Heck yeah, it's hard. It is not easy to be with someone that does this. Even just because, here's a great example. I've got a wedding I'm supposed to attend, all the way in December. I'm probably not playing. Right now, there's nothing on the calendar. But if something comes up on the calendar, I've got to go to it. That's also, so check this out. We're talking about being in a band versus another thing. That's also risk reward with the band, right? Once your face is on the poster, my face is on the poster with everybody else, right? And the guys told me this. They're like, dude, you sacrifice a lot to be on that poster, to look down and you're on the red carpet or whatnot. Because guess what? If we're playing, there's no, hey, I'm going to call a sub just because I'm going to a wedding, right? You know, now if there was an immediate death in the family, there's a couple excuses from that, right? Last year, one of our guys had a baby and needed to be out for a week because the baby's literally being born. But, you know, you can't just be, oh, bro, I was supposed to be the best man in one of my buddy's weddings. Couldn't do it. I had to play a gig. Wasn't even a crazy glamorous gig. But you know what, man? I mean, that's just, you wanna be the artist. That's the thing, you know. Yeah, Kenny Chesney can't just sub out for a night, you know, or whoever. So, great question. It's very hard, man. It's very hard. You just got to work on it a lot. Hey, that's awesome, Joey. What are your thoughts on signing with a small independent music label? Okay, hey, bunch of great questions. Sorry, you guys, I was ranting so much. I hope that gives some insight, though. Hopefully some of you find that kind of interesting. The small/independent music label. I think it's great. Lanco, when I wasn't in the band, was signed with Sony. Now we're signed with Riser House. I don't know that you'd call it completely small, but independent. It's not one of the majors. And from everything they talk about, Sony has the firepower, which firepower just means fucking money. Money, money, money. If they want you to be heard, you're going to be heard. But here's the other thing. Also at Sony, you're competing with all the biggest fish, right? So in the country space, if you're not selling like Keith Urban or Bailey Zimmerman, you're on a list of like 500 other people down there, right? Whereas here, we're not on a small label because there's still a lot of firepower and a lot of money. It all's money, man. The whole thing is money. The whole thing. Doesn't matter what it is. Being seen, heard, recording, playing the gigs. It's money. The whole game is money. It's just like, you know, it's advertising, right? Okay, we want these people to be heard, be seen. If you spend $7,000 in advertising in general, some people will see it. But you spend $2 million, and a lot of people are going to see it. I mean, you know? So anyways, I'm getting real deep in the weeds. But Riser House is our record label, and it's great, man. It's awesome. I know the people really well. We are a bigger fish in a smaller pond, so there's a lot more attention on us. I know everybody in the company, literally. They all know me and treat me with respect. And because we're a band, right? Like, I'm around it a lot. You know, so it's just, yeah, I think it's great, but you got to look and watch, you know, you got to read through a contract and stuff and figure out what you're signing. Part of the songwriting process, in a way, yeah. I wish I was a better writer. All the guys are absolutely part of the songwriting process, and each one of them have cuts on the new album. I do not. Now, most of these songs, 2 of them were written after I had been in the band, but not with me. Now we're sitting and jamming and thinking about new ideas and writing right now in the sense that I recorded on most of the album and play guitar on most of it. I'm writing those parts, obviously, but I have not actually written a song with Lanco yet. But before it's all said and done, we will. Austin said about $77K a year. Austin, guitar player? Hey, thanks. Thanks. I'm glad you like those country rhythm chops. Huh. Alright, I'm literally just fucking playing random shit. Okay, hey, great questions, guys. Albert Collins, totally, dude. Janelle, #1 fan, and there is Janelle. Hello, Janelle. I'm supposed to be having someone come over in about an hour, and I need to eat. I probably got to hop off of here, you guys. Let's see. How has your opinion on playing country music changed since joining Lanco? You mean country music, the landscape as a whole, or like what I'm playing? Because a lot of Lanco stuff, we're like a pop country type of band, and I really like it because there's a lot of like riffs. You know, if I'm playing Born to Love You, this is what the intro sounds like, right? Where I'm doing a more. So just off that intro, you'd probably be like, well, it's not crazy country. I'm trying to think of like, what's a more country-esque sound thing we have? Maybe. I'm just messing around. Anyways, when I was doing that country rhythm stuff with that, let's see, what was I trying to... Who knows? Anyways, all that stuff comes from Broadway. Lanco doesn't have any real, like, burners type of thing like that. Now, opinion on country music as a whole, the radio is still in country king. If you want to play the big stuff, you want to be making more money, you got to be at radio. You got to be at radio, you got to be in the top 40. And Lanco's done that multiple times. And we're working our way up again right now, which is exciting. And then, man, it's all money. It's just money. It's politics and money. Signed with a major label. They produced an album and then shelved. Basically, it was a tax write-off. It ruined her as a musician. Dude, Lanco has a shelved album at Sony that was ready to go, and then COVID hit. And then I think they were kind of taking the approach of, if you don't have something popping at TikTok, like, people aren't launching stuff. They had an entire album that's shelved that Sony owns. I'm in the band. Now I'm the only non-founding member, so I've been in the band 2.5 years. I'm in the band. I've never heard the album. I don't know. I should ask him sometimes if someone has those tracks. But yeah, man, it happens, dude. Happens. Absolutely happens. I was thinking, congratulations. Hey, thanks, Sean. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's success. It's not like I'm rich and famous right now. And the famous part I don't really care about. You know what's crazy, guys, is I'm way more famous. Very loose term of it. From YouTube. No one has ever come up and been like, dude, you're the guitar player in Lanco, right? I don't think that's ever happened. But you know what happens quite a bit is people being like, dude, I watch your YouTube videos. Now, I'm around musicians a lot, and these videos are pushed out to a lot. It's musicians consuming it and guitar players. So I'm like in the area where people would see it. But dude, even one time, bro, I was golfing here at a local course, and the guy checking me in is my grandpa's age. Checked me in, everything. We had already talked multiple times. And right before I was about to go out on the course, he's like, hey, do you make YouTube videos? It's like, yeah, man, I do. And he goes, I've watched your YouTube stuff. He's like, I played just some jazz stuff at home. I do a gig like once a month with some of my buddies. He's like, I really like your stuff. So, I get recognized from YouTube 100% more than Lanco. And we're working on, making more money. Slowly but surely. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that, though, Sean. TKS, hello. Hey, what's up? Beat the Casinos. He said, Nikki V sent me your channel to learn tunes from Broadway. Hey, right on. Yeah, I do some Broadway stuff. I think, yeah. It's funny because it's funny that I'm like do you think about Broadway, or people do from my channel. And Nikki's a great dude. I met Nikki before, and he's got a killer kick-ass channel that's just killing. But, I don't consistently play Broadway now like I used to years ago. And even when I did years ago, there's so many cats that are way deeper in on Broadway. That's kind of its whole own world. But yeah, tunes-wise, there's a ton of them, a ton of standards. Off the top of my head, you should know how to play Friends in Low Places, Chattahoochee, Soul, Don't Stop Believin', Folsom Prison. I mean, so many. Country Girl, Shake It For Me. Jolene. I mean, there's so many. If you look up Nashville Broadway as a playlist on Spotify, there's a playlist on there. Now, that playlist, I think, has about 500 songs. And you're right, you could play any of those, but I'd go through and look at ones that seem super popular to you. You know, Keith Urban, Somebody Like You. Everybody's playing that, you know. Something like that. Anyways. Hey, Bruce, what's up? Yeah, dude, this is a CE, a PRS CE. Yeah, it's the first PRS I bought. Honestly, I've got 3 other PRSs sitting here by me. You guys want to hear a little bit of a different one? So, this is the first PRS I got. I got it in, I think, 2021, 2022 maybe. And then I'll play the newest PRS I got. Now that's the volume only on 7 on this with the drive pedal on. If I turn this all the way up, these pickups get screaming. Yes, it's really loud. In fact, that's honestly a little too loud for in here. Here's like my sustainy kind of drive pedal. There's lots of drive. Here's just a clean real quick. Bridge pickup. Okay. PRS. That is a CE. So here is a hollow body 2. So, different style, obviously. Pickups a lot more. And I got some natural drive just coming from the amp. There's no pedal. Well, there's delay and reverb on, but there's no drive pedal. And this is that's just the amp. We did that sustaining more drive thing before, right? to turn the volume down a little bit and do this kind of thing. It's a little... Love the middle position on this too, man. Okay. 26 guitars. That's a ton, dude. Oh, hey, we got some... Hey, great tone. Thanks, Bradley. I think it's time for a PRS, dude. Hey, the Etsy's are killer, too. I got an Etsy Silver Sky sitting right next to me that I love, man. And to be honest, I'm going to be honest with you guys, there's a world I might try and get an Etsy version of this. Because this is becoming an integral part of the sound, but I've been flying with it. I already took a huge chunk out of it right there. It doesn't look that big on the camera. When I'm looking at it here, it does. That was on the road, but... I love this too, right? It's a little thicker, it's fully hollow. It's just got a big... And then obviously this one I use the piezo function a lot. Not through an amp like this, but, you know. Okay, anyways. I'm really going off the rails today, huh? Bruce said he wants me to play an F sharp 7. Okay, so... sorry, this is a normal F7, so let's go to F sharp. Then he wants to do 11, he said, on the bridge pickup. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, right? So 8, 9, 10, 11. So let's see, I'm in the key of F. Or I'm F sharp, so, right? We're in the key of F. That's, where am I at? F sharp. So he's wanting me to do... You also just do it right there. That would make it easier, wouldn't it? Just do like this. Could go like that. Apology, but tell me again who makes the Silver Sky Etsy pickup you have. It sounds great. Kevin, it is Stratton Audio. Stratton. at Straton Audio. If you look it up, Straton Audio. Dude, please go hit that up if you were looking for some pickups. I got the whole set right there, but I haven't had time to get to my tech yet. Near Misses. Dude, holy shit, that song hasn't been in the set in a while. How did I start that? I think I started on the G. That licks in the solo at some point. I can't remember it. It says. I miss playing that song. We haven't played that song in more than a year. I loved that song. Okay, you guys, I hate to say this. I have to run. I've got to go. I appreciate it, but I've got a bunch of stuff to do, and I've got someone that's supposed to come over way too soon now. So, hey, great hanging, you guys. If you're interested in lessons, timavenmusic@gmail.com. Hit me up. Happy to work with you. And I'll see y'all soon. Thanks for hanging. Sorry for the abrupt cutoff. Till next time, peace.